Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Grownish. This is a spin-off. It's from 2018 to 2021, 4 seasons. It is a comedy. It's a spin-off of Blackish, which was on ABC for a number of years, and this follows the life of Zoe, the daughter of Andre, as she goes off to college. I'm guessing somewhere in Southern California, because one of the girls at least talks about going to a party in Beverly Hills or Hollywood or something like that. So I'm guessing they're local to that. Yeah. So anyway, uh, Zoe is basically fourth walling this whole thing for the most part. She's talking to us, the audience, who's watching this. She cuts away every so often. She narrates everything she's thinking and feeling, and it's not one of those kind of comedies where you necessarily learn a lesson, like everything's resolved in a half an hour, but it does definitely touch on that. She learns things, but doesn't necessarily stick. Of course, that's the way it is with college. You're there to learn, and not just in the academic way. There's a number of things that people tend to learn, and in the first episode, what we learn is who her friends are going to be for the next 4 years, and she narrates this in sort of a looking back on that time as she's experiencing it at the same time. I don't know. So she's basically thrown into a class, a midnight, late night class for some reason, which I still don't to this day. Little day, like I only watched a few minutes ago. I watched 2 episodes, by the way, the first 2 episodes. Um, I still don't understand fully what got her into that class or why she was there, but in order to justify the class, uh, which of course was probably a BS class about drones. I gotta get the guy's name. Dion Cole, yeah, Dion Cole, comedian. Uh, he's it looks like he was brought over from Blackish, which I haven't watched yet, but it's also on Disney Plus. But I know I've seen enough Dion Cole to know that in a few flashback scenes they show some of his crazy antics on Blackish, and yeah, he's bringing it here to this college as well. So they bridged it with an appearance by Anthony Anderson and Dion Cole, just to for fans of the original shows to go, hey, look, some people you recognize other than Zoe, you know. So yeah, Zoe learns to make friends despite herself, despite the way she's acting, the way she's worried about how she's perceived, what people think. She's concerned about a lot of this, and that's what a lot of people, yeah, go through when they're in a new situation, a new environment, where they're not necessarily protected by the familiarity of home. You make decisions that some of them you're not so proud of, and but along the way, she gets to become friends with a diverse bunch of kids at the school, and yeah, I imagine there's going to be a number of different stories and scenarios, subplots with each one of them, but it balances. It's strong with the comedy, but it balances a little bit of drama here and there. In the second episode, Zoe is very much not going to do drugs or anything else because one of her friends is actually a dealer, and he's he's offering her Adderall, and not necessarily illegal, but maybe if not prescribed, blah blah blah. In this sense, a lot of college students use this in order to get their studying done or write papers and have all that energy to do that for however long it lasts. And yeah, she's like, just this one time, and she finds out that it's not exactly easy to kick. She decides to use it more than once, here or there, where she needs to do it. For another paper, more studying. Maybe she needs to stay out late to meet a boy she really likes, and even though she's exhausted. So yeah, there's a number of little things that go in there. At least that's how it was by the end of the second episode. So how that picks up later on, don't know. But there's just a number of different characters in this that she just sort of compares herself to, and we get to see. I mean, honestly, I don't know what it's like to be a young, like a teenage black girl going to college. This is certainly not an experience that I can identify with or have any experience in being or anything like that. So yeah, this is it's an it's an eye opener. So yeah, yeah. I actually really enjoyed the show. I think I might pick it up here and there, but I don't think it's really necessarily aimed at me. It's not necessarily meant to make me. Uh, uh, it's not marketed to me. Let's just say that. But it's funny. So if this is the kind of thing you like, if you love Blackish, if you love um, comedies with a very diverse cast of people of color, who I know that sounds so marketing. Ugh, I feel dirty just saying it like that. I'm sorry. So if it's the kind of thing that you know you enjoy, and she's a lovely girl. Yara Shahidi is her name. Along with her, Trevor Jackson plays a guy named Aaron Jackson. Well, that's a stretch. Uh, Francia Reza plays Anna Torres, her roommate. Oh, I might have spoiled something. Uh, Jordan Buhat plays Vivek Shah, an Indian kid who is very much a big Drake fan. He looks a lot like him too, but everybody's trying to have. They're trying to prove something, and that's kind of what the first episode is. When you're introducing each of these characters, getting their backstory, getting who they are, getting where they come from, and what they're trying to be, and what they're trying to hold on to as these changes come in their lives. So it's a unique window into lives that otherwise I would have no contact with or no frame of reference for. But yeah, I think it's a good cast. I recognize Chris Parnell. I recognize him from oh, he was an Archer, one of the voices in Archer, but Saturday Night Live, things like that. So yeah, it's a it's a big cast, man. Yeah, but 4 seasons, it should be. So that's all I really got to say about that. But I realize I also didn't set this up for the next episode. Oh wait, it's ready to go. Huh. Good for me. Grownish. Yeah, like I said, each of the episodes are about 24 minutes long. Oh, by the way, also, this is very mature for a Disney Channel thing. I imagine this is not going to be available if you have, like, set up for kids. This is going to be just the standard adult thing, because there's depictions of people. I mean, it's not graphic or anything. It was on ABC, so it was on network television. But people doing drugs, drinking, sex. Again, nothing overtly crude or no nudity or anything else, but it's honest, real talk about these kind of things, about the experiences. It's not like a watered down version of college. Like everybody's just a good kid and they're just struggling to get by, in the whitewashed way of doing that. In this it's very much or they're going through real situations, real struggles, and with real things that actual kids their age deal with. Maybe not everybody, but a good number of them. So one would assume, again, I'm their grandpa. Anyway, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
163.
All right. 163. Come on. Okay. Well, I have seen this. It's a movie, and I haven't seen it in a while, though. But it's time to head on back to Arendelle. We're going to be finally watching Frozen 2. Frozen 2, and not a very creative sequel name. But it gets to the point, because why muddle it with too many words? Come on. The kids just need to have something easy to latch onto. Frozen, that's what they want. And that sold the tickets and made Disney very, very rich. So, anyway, we're back here tomorrow on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge with Frozen 2. See you there. I'm tired. See you tomorrow.